Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and a happy new year to you. Well, I'm in a very cold Wales today, so I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Wales doesn't get much snow, but it is forecast today, and the Meteorological Office of the United Kingdom has given a forecast of 2 days of snow off and on. It's not going to be like constant. And amber warnings, rare amber warnings have been given. So, you know, driving is going to be treacherous. You know, there is a hazard to life, I guess, if you're out in it and you're not wearing the appropriate clothing to meet the needs of the environment. So, I've come up now to an area that's just short of the Brecon Beacons National Park. The camping area that I'm going to is approximately about I'm guessing about a mile from the parking area at the side of the road. I'm going to be at an elevation of approximately 500 meters. I'll shut up talking now. Let's get kitted up and let's get on the trail and look for this camping area. Whatever suitable. See you soon. Hi there. As you can see, visibility has deteriorated. Within the last 30 minutes, I just got my tent up. I'll explain later the drama that I've had. I could have been in serious trouble. I'll explain it later, right? A lot of schoolboy errors, put myself at risk. So for all you new wild campers out there, or people with a lot of experience, you're going to want to listen to what I got to say, because it was pretty touch and go, 50-50. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just give you a 360. Visibility now is got very poor. Okay, so I'll just turn the camera around. So just down there, about 300 meters, is a mountain road, which does get closed off in inclement weather like this. So it may be quite tricky driving on it tomorrow. So visibility has gone pretty much. There's some great views from up here on a clear day. So Brecon Beacons National Park is over in this direction, and I think straight ahead is Penavan. Right, like I said, I've just got my tent set up just in time. My fingers were cold. I was starting to get a chill. My feet started to get cold because I stopped moving. And putting the clips on the poles on the tent became very difficult because just losing control of my fingers. So that was hard. The ground is rock hard for about 2 inches, so I had trouble bashing the pegs in. I'm not going to put the guy lines out because there's not much wind predicted, but I have double pulled the tent and I'll show you that now. I'm exhausted. Right, I'll show you the tent now. So this is the first time I've used the Vern 2. I bought it in February. I bought it as a winter tent, and this is the first time I'm using it. So I faced the narrow end into the wind. The extra poles are going to give it a lot of tension and support because obviously it's a geodesic design, but I'm not going to do a review on it. There's plenty of people that have done reviews on it on YouTube, but I'm freezing cold, so I'm going to get in, unpack my kit and warm up a bit, and I'll explain why I've pitched my tent on this sort of farm track. The grass around here is like tufted grass, mounds of grass, 12 to 18 inches deep, totally uneven. It was just impossible. I couldn't find anywhere on the lower levels to pitch a tent. I come down that track over there, that's where the car is parked, so I'm probably about 2 miles from the car now. I wanted to park closer to the car, but I couldn't find any suitable ground, so I've come up here. Right, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to get in the tent. See you soon. Right, I've got to warm my jacket on now, so I feel a bit better. I've emptied my pack out, but I haven't laid out my sleeping system or nothing yet. Right, just before I go in the tent now and make a brew, I want to talk to you about these torsion pegs, 6-inch torsion pegs. They're 75 aluminium. I use them, I swear by them, to be honest. I use them on like moorland, woodland, especially where you've got a lot of soft soil. They tend to hold really well. But today now, on this frozen ground, they've driven in quite well. I've had to beat them in, but they're quite robust. Vampire Outdoors, that's where I get these from. I find them really good, so I just thought I'd share that with you. We've got another snow flurry coming through now, so I'm going to get in, have a brew, have something to eat, and I'll touch base with you later. Right, a little bit earlier I said on my way to my pitch I had a few difficulties. There were more than a few difficulties, and it's just a word of caution, I guess. So I checked this area out on Google Earth. I checked it out on Ordnance Survey. It looked like grassy moorland. Hi there. Right, I'd just like to say my GoPro lamp, which is charged, keeps cutting out. I'm guessing it could be the cold weather, the cold temperature is cutting it out. So I'm just using 2 lamps now in the tent, so bear with me. Right, so I parked the car fine, I walked down the trail fine, past the wind turbines, then the track ran out. I went through some long grass with broken branches and discovered that there were little drops in between the branches, up to 2 feet. So I went through, I negotiated them very slowly. I didn't want to break my leg or twist my ankle or twist my knee. So I went into some woodland then, some conifer woodland. There was loads of branches and debris in the woodland which you had to negotiate. And so by now, it was starting to zap my energy. You know, I'm not the fittest bloke. Oh, I'm not as fit as I used to be. So I pushed on. I started going up an incline, and then I crossed over the fence line into some grassy area. Now I'd looked at the Ordnance Survey map and I'd looked at Google Earth, and it just looked like grassy moorland. But the grass was 2 feet deep. It's sort of mounds of grass. So you've got high points and low points, and the effort I was putting in to raise my knee to step over or in between these grasses, because of the frost that was still on them, the grass was folded over, so you couldn't actually see the floor. So the effort and energy expended was incredible. It must have taken me an hour and a quarter or an hour and a half to negotiate a quarter of a mile. There was an incline, but I had to keep stopping just to catch my breath because I was absolutely drained. So I just kept walking to higher ground, and then I arrived at this point. By the time I arrived, I was, I don't know how to explain it. I was just so exhausted. I was just so tired. I was just so fatigued. I was feeling cold. So anyway, I got my tent up just as the first flurry of snow started to fall, and then I threw all my stuff inside. So basically the purpose of this little chat is, you know, if you're going to go out in extreme winter conditions, you know, do your homework first. I obviously didn't do my own work as well as I should have done my own work, and it nearly caught me out. I'd say it nearly cost me, because, you know, if I'd have been too tired or too exhausted, you know, I may have felt faint or keeled over or something. I don't know. You know, I'm 59 in March, so I'm no spring chicken. But I had my phone on me, and I just didn't know what was going to happen. So tomorrow now on the way back, I'm hopefully going to follow a farmer's trail that I'm camped on at the minute. It's compacted. It is going to take me a bit out of my way, but it's going to be safer underfoot than trying to go back to negotiate the snow, because we expect at least a foot of snow. So if I carry on this farmer's track, I'm probably going to be better off and possibly safer, and expend less energy. So, you know, what I'd say is, if you go out in extreme winter weather, you know, plan your route, do all your research, and make sure nothing catches you out like it nearly caught me out today. So that's enough from me. I'm going to just chill out now. I've had something to eat, I've had a coffee. The snow is falling. It's not big flakes of snow, and there is a bit of a breeze about, but it's small crystals of snow, I guess. Frozen water, crystals. And yeah, it's starting to cover the floor, so we'll see what it's like in the morning. I'll catch you later. Morning, friends. I don't know how good the picture is because my camera light is playing up off and on. I'm also talking to you now with a camera at the opposite end of the tent because the wind has changed direction. That happened during the night. It was quite a rough night. There was about 9-10 inches of snow that fell. However, it started raining about 3 o'clock this morning at varying degrees. We've had sleet, we've had hail, we've got rain now from a different direction, but it's like freezing rain. It's very, very fine rain. So I've put guy lines out because it's like broadside now. The wind is hitting the tent, so I had difficulty with that. This snow tent and a lot of other tents, they come with the guy lines all tied up nice and tidy. Now I didn't put them out yesterday because the wind was head on, so it was hitting the tent at the most aerodynamic direction. But now it's broadside. I went out to put the guy lines out to give it extra support. They were frozen. The string was frozen with water. They had a little knot in them to make them tie them up nice and tidy. And it was a real drama challenge. My fingers were cold. I couldn't use gloves. I had to use my fingers to unpick the knots. So that was a big oversight. I sort of made work for myself. Maybe I should have just put all the guy lines out yesterday when I had a better opportunity to do so. So, you know, that's another bit of advice. The good thing about this snow tent is it's got 2 vestibules either end and 4 doors. So whatever way the wind is blowing, you can change around direction, which is I've done. I've done my cooking now right behind the camera, which is opposite to where the wind is coming from. So I'm having hang on, wait, sorry. So I got up, I went outside. That's the first thing I did, was do the tent. So now I've made myself a hot drink. So I've had one of these OXO cubes, a nice beefy drink. You know, in the army we used to take these with us, and it's so what's the word, so warming inside. It's like unbelievable. You know, when you're cold, when you're tired, having one of those drinks, it's like beautiful. It's like nectar. So yeah, the weather is keeping up. I'm probably going to stay a second night, believe it or not, because conditions are really poor. There was a forecast of amber weather for Saturday and Sunday, so playing on the safe side. I have got extra food with me. I'll have to sort of ration it a little bit, but I have got extra food with me to tide me over. I've got good telephone signal. There's a phone mast, a cell tower, about half a mile, maybe say about 1,000 meters behind me. So I've got good comms. I've got 2 SIM cards in my phone. It's a dual SIM phone, so I've got a 4G signal from one network and I got a 5G signal from another network, and I could swap them over to get 5G and a 4G on different networks. So I've got good comms. I know exactly where I am. I'm not lost. The road is just short of the cell tower, but conditions up here with the sort of driving rain, poor visibility, and I'll show you in a little while. I'm just gonna stay put. So I'm gonna have to phone my boss today and just say I gotta take a day's leave tomorrow, paid leave, because I'm unable to get into work. So if I think of anything else, I got to talk about a petition as well, so I'll come back to you on that later. I forgot to tell you yesterday, so I'll mention it a bit later, and I'll probably put it towards the front of the interview, the video, so perhaps people pick up on it quicker rather than at the end where people may not pick up on it. Right friends, thank you very much for sticking with me. I'll try and keep the video as short as possible, but it is going to look, it's going to be 2 nights and it's no tent Vern 2. Hi there, just wanted to give you an update. Looks like I'm staying the day, so it'll be 2 days. As you can see, the rain and wind is unrelenting, so I'm just going to make the most of it. I wanted to talk about a petition I started in the Welsh Senedd. Now, I've requested that the Welsh Senedd pass legislation to give people that visit Wales, or people that live in Wales, the right to roam, like in Scotland. Legislation was passed in Scotland under the Land Reform Act in 2003. And it seems to be working there, so I thought, you know, Wales is very rural, so why not allow people the right to roam in Wales? It's not gained much attention at the minute. I've tried to advertise it as much as I can, but I just need to get the message out there. Now, there may be some of you out there that are saying, oh well, this only applies to Wales. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. If Scotland has it and Wales has it, there may be pressure on Westminster then to allow people in England the right to roam, like it used to be hundreds of years ago. There's the border between England and Wales is 160 miles long. So, you know, anybody crossing the border, you know, from north to south of that 160 miles is going to have the right to roam if the legislation's in place. So it's just thinking outside the box here. You know, I often hear people moaning on social media about not having the right to roam. Well, this is an opportunity to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak. You know, just sign the petition. If it gets to 250, it goes to committee stage, whatever that means, I'm not sure. But it'll be discussed in the Senedd if it gets 10,000. So I've been trying to spread the message as much as I can. I've shared it on my social media platforms, but hopefully, you know, you guys can share this on your social media platforms and get the word out there of this petition, right to roam. Because it's no good moaning about it and whining about not having the right to roam and wild camp here and hike there if, you know, you're not going to help yourself. So, you know, I can't do no more than encourage you to sign the petition. Right. Thank you very much, friends, for that. So twice today I've collected snow and we'll use it as meltwater to make sure that my supplies of water continues through until tomorrow. So I'm just going to cook a meal now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to have some sort of curried rice dish because I'm feeling a little bit peckish. Now, because my gas burner on top of the cylinder protrudes above this windbreak, I've got to sort of use 2 hands to lift the windbreak up above the burner. So I'm gonna have to stop filming now, so I'll be able to do that. Hi friends, welcome back. Well, it's been a really long day today. The rain hasn't stopped, it's been incessant. There's supposed to be a little break in the weather tomorrow, so the conditions aren't going to be so bad. Around about mid-morning, so I'll be packing up and getting out of here then. I'm not going to do much more filming tonight unless something dramatic happens. I'm going to make some food in a little while. But thank you for staying with me. Sorry about the rain. Thank you for staying with me this far. And I'll probably do some filming in the morning, maybe. And then I'm out of here. I can't wait to get home. I'm going to raid the cupboards. I'm going to have a bath, a nice soak in the bath. Because I'm aching. Didn't sleep great last night, but it was okay. But yeah, the tent is taking a battering, and in all fairness to no tent, I couldn't afford Hillyberg. Two-person Hillyberg was probably about £1,200. You know, this was a lot less than that. Well, significantly a lot less. This is a no tent Vern 2. I like my space, and you know, everybody's got to go with their budget. But in all fairness to no tent, yeah, this tent has stood up to everything the weather's thrown at it today. The wind, the rain, the hail, the sleet. Yeah, fantastic. I'm really confident. There's no leaks that I can see. It's not leaking in any way. And it makes me feel really confident. So I'll sleep better tonight knowing that. So don't forget the petition either I spoke about earlier in the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm doing really well with subscriptions. I'm trying to bring you as much content as I can. Challenging stuff. You know, there was a risk to life with this storm. This storm's been forecast for 2 days. It is a rare amber weather warning, as I've mentioned previously in the video. So, you know, this does carry risk, but I've got all the right equipment. So, you know, unless I'm taken ill or injure myself, you know, hopefully it should go off without a hitch. So, catch you again. There. It's about after 6 in the evening. I've had food. I said I'd get back in touch with you if anything dramatic happened. Well, the tent is taking a hammering. That's the only way I can describe it. I wouldn't be confident out in other tents, or other tents that I own in this weather. And this is the first time I've used this. Arguably I have double poled it. I have got the guy lines out on the side that's taking the brunt of the wind, but it's really shaking this tent. By the time I got the video camera on and the lights, it sort of had stopped. It's like short sharp bursts of rain or hail, and strong winds buffering the tent. You need to be here to experience. If you haven't experienced it, you need to be here and experience it, because it's unreal. This tent is taking a battering. I just hope it does survive the night. You know, so far so good, and I'm glad I double poled it. Whilst I've got you on, I'll just turn the camera around a bit a minute. Bear with me. I'm going to leave this open tonight. I had it done up last night, and there was condensation. There was condensation in here. It wasn't dripping condensation, because obviously the inside of this tent has got no netting. It's 4 season. But this down sleeping bag, it was very, very damp. So I'm hoping, and it's dried out today, as I've had the doors open more and more, it's dried out. So I'm hoping now, keeping this open today, or tonight rather, will circulate the air more and there won't be so much condensation here. So, you know, trial and error, so hopefully it'll work. I can see the little bits of feathers in the camera eye line. So, right, I'm going to go back to scrolling through YouTube. Well, I thought I'd bring you back. I don't know if you can hear me, but the rain is really pounding down. I just wanted to give you the experience of this. I feel like it's for 50 minutes. Right, contrary to what I said earlier, if you can hear me, I got leaking up this seam here. So it's leaking down the seam. Coming into the zipper here, leaking. But the rain has been, there's been no let up in the rain. It's been all day, well, since the early hours. Right, so this is the morning of day 3. I'm getting out of here. Obviously I can't fly the drone, not had any opportunity the last few days. But I'm gonna go now before the weather gets any worse. I'm in the process of packing up. So as soon as I'm packed up, I'll get back to you. I wanted to show you the views. There's some good views from up here, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you know, this is Mother Nature. I've been fighting against the elements for the last 3 days, and yeah, it's been challenging. But I'm going to pack up, and then I'm going to make my way to the tree line, which is about 300 meters to my front, which you saw in the picture. Walk down through the tree line and then get back onto the forest track. That's my plan. Okay, speak soon. Leave no trace. Well, my friends, I'm packed up. I'm cold. My gloves are wet. It's difficult taking the tent down on my own in this wind, but I succeeded. So thank you for sticking with it. This is probably going to be a longer video than normal. But I hope it's been interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget the petition, don't forget thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. take care. Just as I've made my way to the woodland, the weather has changed. So I've got some protection now in this woodland till I get back onto the forest trail and then back to the car. I just stopped for a breather in the woodland. The woodland floor is quite soft with pine needles. So it's like walking on sand, soft sand. But yeah, it's snowing quite a bit now. But the woodland is giving me some shelter. Well, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do any more filming, but since I entered the woodland and exited the woodland, the snow was kept up. Driving snow, maybe easing a little bit now, but it's in your face. I'll just give you a 360. So I've come from that direction. I don't know how much of that was recorded. I had a message saying the battery'd cut out because it was cold. So I'm not going to be out for a few weeks anyway. I got to recover after this, exhausted. Right, take it easy guys.